Previously on Casper.
Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in, and welcome to something quite a lot different. Every single normal shine, every single secret shine,
we have to go back!
the main story completed it. Every regular shine completed it. Every secret shine completed it. Every single 100 gold coins shine completed it. All that's left is every single blue coin and their corresponding shines, of which we're already a significant way through. However, the thing with blue coins in Super Mario Sunshine is not only are they randomly strewn around the game with no formula or structure to find them, and not only are certain coins only available in certain episodes, but the game doesn't tell you how many coins are in each level or in each episode. So basically, to find them under your own steam, you either need a lot of luck or a lot of patience. And I've got neither. Back in the early 2000s when this game was new, we didn't have YouTube to watch someone walk us through, and whilst there were some rudimentary game guide websites out there, they weren't always substantial or reliable. That meant the best option to finding the solution to a tricky video game collectathon was to actually go outside and go to your local newsagents and get the January 2003 edition of the NGC magazine, which came with this unofficial, complete guide to the game. And just to help put into perspective how primitive the internet was in these times, the back of this book is advertising a premium 24-hour telephone hotline that you can call to get cheat codes. And just to clarify, these are not multiplayer cheats or hacks like you know cheats to mean today, but back then cheating in games was a cool thing that you did in single player games to give yourself perfect balance in Tony Hawk's, or something like moving the shower whilst your sim is inside in order to take a cheeky peek at their pixelated muffin. So, first stop, Delfino Plaza, the hub world of Super Mario Sunshine. There's no episodes to account for here, so we know that we can find all the blue coins without hopping in and out of the level too much. However, another sticking point of blue coin collecting, on top of the ones that we already mentioned, is that there's no record of which blue coins you've already collected. So with 12 of the coins already collected out of the total 20 available in Delfino Plaza according to my handy pocket guide, it was already looking like a pretty laborious task of clearing places that have already been cleared. Of course, the fact that I took a break of nearly 3 years is not really making remembering which coins I've already collected any easier. The first coins mentioned in this magic book were those in the sewers, which I was pretty sure that I would have already collected when I was doing the 100 gold coins. Next up was the red M's, which again I would have almost definitely cleared through the general playthrough. And then there was the timed X symbol on the statue, which again was already cleared. It was at this point that I thought of something I almost definitely hadn't done at this point, without needing to consult my guide. The fruit collecting. Around the main harbour are these 3 Pinas who not only ask you to steal fruit from some of their fellow islanders around the corner, but they also want you to put them in a series of baskets of increasing awkwardness. It took me a few attempts to get the ananas in the 10-foot high basket before I worked out that I could just throw it from a simple close-range standing lob. And, as I had suspected, a shiny new blue coin. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the board. Next up, the ananas. This one you would have thought would be a bit easier, but the first banana got lost literally inside the Pina, and it could not be rescued because the pickup button is the same as the talk button. The second banana then got stuck on the bloody side of the basket, and it felt to me like more trouble than it was worth to rescue. Eventually, I got the 3 bananas in, and sure enough again, there was another coin as a reward. At this point, I was beginning to wonder whether collectathons died out for a reason. Whilst on my banana collecting escapade, I noticed another blue coin that I had for some reason ignored throughout my playthrough this far, just staring at me through the bars. My memory of this game is pretty tight, so I knew I just had to grab the zoom nozzle, hop into this hole and collect the coin. We now had 9 blue coins total, the ones we'd collected today, on top of what I already had collected before I stopped playing 3 years ago. Conveniently, this meant that the third and final fruit collecting task was going to take us very neatly to 10 coins and grant us a shiny Shine Sprite. However, my aforementioned toy memory of this game was the reason that I had left this particular fruit task until the end. The evil durians. Just a little disclaimer here, I've never seen this fruit in real life, I've only ever read its name, so if it's not pronounced durians, I don't even know. What does it taste like? What does it even look like in real life? Back in the world of Super Mario Sunshine, this particular fruit you cannot pick up. You can only kick it. And it's got more randomness in its bounce than a wayward rugby ball, and has to be hoiked across a body of water, which, of course, if the fruit falls in, will immediately cease to exist. As I was close to the durians already, I opted to take one with me on my way to the Pina. Remarkably, it went pretty smoothly, and I kicked it to the box, booted it straight in, and... nothing. No fanfare. I had to speak to the fucking Pina first, didn't I? So back I go to do it again, and again, and again. I was pleasantly surprised with the first two durians, getting them across and into the basket with no trouble at all. And what I did to this point was think to myself, I'm pleasantly surprised with the first two durians, getting them across and into the basket with no trouble at all. Which of course consequently jinxed the hell out of me, because I then proceeded to boot the next one straight into the drink, and I swiftly annihilated the backup durian without hesitation. Of course, I was then careful with the respawned first position durian. But that didn't matter, did it? Next one, I actually got it across the water, so we are nearly on the home stretch. It was at this point, as I went back for what would hopefully be the third and final durian that I ever see for the rest of my life, I started to run the arithmetic in my head. There's 120 shine sprites in Super Mario Sunshine required to 100% the game. This durian was going to earn us the 10 blue coins, which would then lead to us getting the 104th shine. So that meant that there was 16 shines remaining, all of which are blue coin shines. 16 shines requiring 10 coins each. Pretty simple maths will tell us that's 160 more blue coins. So, I look down at my hands, at my over 15-year-old GameCube controller, whose concerning stickiness and worrying coloration I was all too aware of, and I shut the emulator down. Sunshine is one of, if not my #1 favourite game of all time, and I sincerely long for Sunshine 2 more than I long for Half-Life, Portal, or even Team Fortress 3. It doesn't feel good to quit, but as my good pal Reggie said, if it's not fun, why bother? We may not have completed the 100% playthrough, but we did get 100% of 86%, so that's good enough for me. I'm really happy to draw a line under this epic saga that's lasted something like 4 years now, and that's largely due to me just not playing. But it's something important for me to sort of complete on my channel. So if you do want to go back and watch this series from the start, I implore you to do so, because I had a lot of fun doing it. And just because we don't end up getting 100%, that doesn't take away any of the other 86% that we had a hell of a lot of fun doing. So thanks everybody for watching. Please check out some other videos that I've done, and subscribe if somehow you've watched this video and you're not a subscriber. Thank you, goodbye.